What's going on, guys? So welcome to the Shoky Builder Showcase, and this is going to be a little bit of a different one. So I don't actually have a builder here in the room with me, or a kit actually in front of me. We're going old school style. We're going back to the very first one, and we're actually going to do things the old school way over the internet. And tonight I actually have somebody you guys should be a little bit familiar with, at least from my channel or from his own channel. And we've got Mr. Andy TUBBS, or Backstept if you know him. So, Andy, welcome to the Builder Showcase. Howdy. We've sort of been talking about this for months, I think.
Yeah,
I think we brought it up, I think, even with the first build we're going to be talking about.
Hey, we should come on the show, and I'm like, yeah, I'm up for that, and then
we just haven't made it happen yet. And it's just send me your kits, just ship them down to Texas. I'll play with them, and you can just pretend you're here. But that's why God invented Hangouts.
It kind of works.
Kind of works. I mean, it's a thing. I mean,
that should be their tagline.
Exactly. That should be. It kind of works. That is dead on. Okay. So, guys, if you guys are unfamiliar with him, Andy, go ahead and give him a little background on you. You know, how you got into building, a little bit of who you are, if people are totally unfamiliar with you.
Well, I've always been artistic. I did computer graphics for a while, back in the early turn of the century in high school, and I didn't really have a creative hobby for a long time after college, and I saw one of these. I don't know if you can see it. It's Astaroth Origin. I saw it on Amazon, January 2017. Thought, hey, that looks cool. So I got it, got some basic tools, and I've been hooked ever since.
So the Origin Astaroth was actually the first thing you ever grabbed a hold of?
Yep.
Oh wow. So the one you got, so the one you have now, the one you just painted, that's not that first one. That's one you just built, right?
This one I just did because I wanted to do the model justice.
Yeah.
But
not literally justice, you mean?
But you know what I mean.
Yeah, no, I mean,
the
puns. Yeah, your camera's gonna have
it.
It's gonna have a heyday trying to focus on multiple things here. Okay, so that's your non-painted one on the left for anybody who can't really see there.
My regular camera focuses a lot better, but the Google Hangouts camera is
it's
like,
garbage. Yeah. Okay, there it goes. It found it. Woohoo! Yeah.
The gun moving around.
Yeah, because did you just review the new one, like not long ago? Like
I did a live stream.
Live stream. Okay, that's right. Okay.
I kind of stopped.
And of course, you guys. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, because you do a whole lot of live stream builds and stuff like that, and you've done a few how-tos, and actually, it's because of you that I even have the chopper.
The chopper.
The chopper.
Oh, yeah. Here's a bear guy over here.
Hey, bear guy. Speaking of the chopper, it's right there actually in the shot.
I painted those eyes and the nose.
Oh, I like it.
The eyes are blue, nose is chrome.
little chrome snout on that. All right, and obviously what we're seeing here on the screen is the first full painted build, at least airbrush-wise, that you've done. But beyond that, you are here literally in your like backstepped cave, as it were. The Andy cave. The Andy shop, the Backstep shop.
Andyland.
Andyland, actually, that's a good way to put it. And I am jealous of your paint setup. I'm not gonna lie there.
I'm starting to think I have too much.
No such thing.
I just picked up these black capped ones on Friday. I'm like, can't wait to use them.
Now, what is your preferred paints?
Well, as you can probably tell, it's about 90% of those are Vallejo.
Yeah.
My local hobby town carries them, and I like how they spray.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, I know a lot of people that definitely do prefer that brand. I'm not going to try to get in trouble again with how to pronounce it properly.
Yeah, I'm probably doing it wrong too.
It's Vallejo, technically. Vallejo.
Or something.
Something. We're not going there. Josh will correct us all he likes. Now, just looking at your background, of course, you've got some Tamiya cement back there. You've got primer, all kinds of different
Yep.
things. Is there some model masters back there on that back row? Is that what I'm seeing with the black
Yep.
caps?
The full set.
Nice. And then you got your hand brushes and what I'm guessing is a chrome pin still in the packaging back there.
Yep. And I've got a opened one. It's like right there.
Oh, nice, very good. Yeah, if you
Kind of
guys don't
grab.
have a chrome pin, you need to have one. It's essential for things. And I'm noticing your SDs back there as your as your
Yeah,
lovely
little
snipers.
converge ones.
Yep.
Those
Oh yeah,
came
those
in
aren't
the.
those aren't those aren't builds. Those are the Gundam Converge.
Yep.
Oh, and then that Sentinel Gundam head back there by your paints, or is
Yep.
it? Yep.
Yep.
Speaking of
Took me
which,
a while.
yeah. Speaking of which, guess what came in the mail today?
Deep Striker.
Deep Striker. The Deep
They
Striker.
they left mine outside, so
Oh.
the shipping box was slightly damp.
Ooh, that's not good. Yeah, I didn't realize you were getting one, but I should have figured. So obviously, guys, we're gonna reveal a little bit of behind the scenes here. The one that I revealed for my Lupus for Lupus contest, shout out here. Um, that was actually Dion's because mine wasn't here yet. Mine is here today, as of I don't even know what day it is. What is it, Tuesday?
It is Tuesday.
Actually, I'll give him credit. It's a day early. It was supposed to be here on the 11th, so that's good. I got mine from Gundam Planet. Shout out to Gundam Planet for all their support so far. And actually, just shouting out the Lupus for Lupus contest. You actually will be taking place in that.
Yep.
So you're going to be doing a resin conversion kit on a. Is it a
Yeah, it's gonna
Lupus?
be fun.
It's actually on the Lupus, not the Rex, right?
Correct.
Okay, just make sure. Can't wait to see that. I don't want to be spoiled on it because I know you're going to do a good job. I'm seeing a lot of people who are using the Lupus for Lupus hashtag and getting a little spoiled on some of the builds, so I gotta watch that out a little bit. But thanks to
Yeah,
everybody who is joining in so far.
gonna have some
Um,
bias in your judging.
well, I don't know about bias, but I don't want to be like I don't want to know what's coming. I want to be surprised on some of these things,
Yeah.
and it's getting a lot of traction just talking about it. So finally getting off the ground a little bit. But we're not here to talk about me. We're here to talk about you. And first and foremost, we've got your Gym Sniper 2 custom, or
Yep.
technically speaking, out here out front on the lovely turntable, which I wish I had a turntable. Make life so much easier.
It's pretty
So
cool.
go ahead and break it down for us.
Well, it's there's not much custom that I did on it. Um, as it goes around here, you can see I drilled out the calves and the elbow armor. Um, I split these front ankle armor things because um, normally it just has the seam on one side, on
Mm-hmm.
both sides, and it looks kind of dumb. So I split that, put a little plot plate on there.
Okay.
Um, these I did a little scribing here at the top and like shaved back this edge here
Mm-hmm.
and at the bottom. Might be kind of hard to see it at this distance here,
Yeah, yeah, but
but
I know what you're talking about though. That's what pictures are for. We can always insert pictures later.
this
Um,
gun, the gun
those,
is from a Magic Toys two gun set. Came with this and a machine gun, two each. So I still have the unpainted brother over here.
oh yeah, I know a lot of people have really snagged that, especially for this kit. Um,
It's hard to find now.
yeah, I was going to ask you about the thrusters back there. Are those painted or are those metal add-ins?
They are painted.
Oh wow, did you just airbrush the chrome marker into that more or less?
I haven't been brave enough to do that. That
Okay.
is a combination of Vallejo metallic paint.
Oh okay, yeah, I mean yeah, you can definitely get that finish. I mean it's beautiful. I mean you can always stop the turntable when you want to point something out, in case you're wondering.
I kind of wanted to avoid the whole focusing thing.
It's going to happen one way or the other. I do
Yeah.
like the fact that you drilled out the holes in the legs and the elbows. Gives it literally more depth.
Yeah.
That's always fun. Now, you did the shoulder extensions as well, or on this one? Or are
Yeah,
those?
I built this part out of plot plate Um, I kind of showed how I did that in my Chopper 2
Mm-hmm.
review.
I remember that because you were trying to
And this
replicate the part.
and this is the piece there.
Oh yeah.
This one kind of sat for a while and
It's a
it was
little
kind of
wonky.
crooked. I could probably
Well,
probably break that and reglue it.
yeah,
But
either that or just once it's in place, you're gonna have to glue it in place anyway, so
right,
it'll
you can
straighten
kind of
out.
see how that goes in there.
Mm-hmm. I like the shoulder extensions. It gives it that Blue Destiny feel.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm not too familiar with at least the MG Gem Sniper because I only did the HG version. Was there anything else you modified, or is that
I
essentially it?
put the handles on top of the shoulders,
Oh, okay. I was looking at
and
it. I wasn't sure. Is that just
and
runner?
there's no, those are the Kotobukiya option parts. And
Oh,
there's also one on top of the. It's not going to focus, but there's one on top of the
put your hand
uh,
behind it. It might.
cockpit hatch.
See, there you go. Oh, okay. Oh, actually, I like that little
Yeah,
addition.
I think in the edit you can put up some of the pictures I sent you.
Yes, I will definitely put up close-up pictures of things because everybody loves high res. Does it actually have? Well, I'll have to wait for it to spin around. The little like V markings right above the knees. Is that part of it, or did you put that there? The little
That's
yellow V
that's from the
marks.
decals.
Okay, it's actually part of the decal set. Okay,
I
and
actually got the correct Bandai decals.
nice. Oh,
Um,
okay. Now I see it. Gotcha. Once again, we gotta wait. It's like set the clock. It's coming back around.
yeah, I used some bootleg decals for this one because it wasn't out yet.
Nice. And what was your bootlegs? How dare you? What was your inspiration for the color scheme?
um, I just wanted something that was uh, more military feeling than bright blue.
Yeah, the stock colors are rather unique in the way of a
Yeah,
military operating machine. This it's in a way it reminds me of the like the North American type Jim Cannon in the kind of grayish colors.
yeah.
And it might just be the camera. Is there just a minor like or just slight pearl to it, or is that just the finish that makes it
It's the gloss finish,
okay?
but it's underneath the oil wash.
Oh, okay. So it's the
I
oil
didn't
wash that gets it there.
I didn't top coat this, so it has an interesting finish to it.
No, I mean I like that. I'm kind of a fan of not top coating because I almost like when paints oxidize a little bit, starts giving it a little bit of age.
Yeah,
Yeah, because I like the what colors roundabout did you use for this? Obviously, it's a multitude of grays and maybe even a little bit of blues.
it's Vallejo dark gray, dark sea gray. Um, the blue is one from their model kit, their model color line called um, Luftwaffe Uniform.
Okay.
And that blue is only on the chest piece
Yeah, I was gonna
and
say
teeth.
that's about the bluest part. I figured the sea gray was probably the other bluish kind of color.
Yeah,
I do dig it, man. And then the
and
shield. The shield is a pretty stark color change from the original.
yeah, I kind of envisioned it as it borrowing a shield from one of the standard GMs.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Is like, I'm just gonna take this.
Yeah, like the GM Colony type
Uh huh.
is kind of in that color scheme. It's more of a black and tan, not a tan and blue.
Yeah, yeah.
But
And
that's what I was that's
and
what I was thinking.
it's got kind of like that ground type upright stand for it, so you can kind of hide behind it and snipe off of it.
Yeah.
And is this guy? I assume it's still fairly well posable. Your paint isn't like clogging up the joints or anything.
Kind of.
Oh, okay.
I haven't really posed it in any other pose since my photo shoot with it.
Okay, so
I
it kind of
haven't.
lives in this pose.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
like it.
it is what it is. I mean, it's like you must change the pose, Andy. Change it now. Change it now. Yeah, that's really awesome, dude. I mean, and considering this is your first airbrush job, Yeah, I mean, and you said you only really started building at the beginning of 2017?
Yep.
Ugh. And you newbies who come in and just blow things away, really annoying.
It's a. I didn't have a girlfriend at the time, so I had lots of free time.
I guess that definitely helps. Makes me wish I had picked up painting when I was single instead of after the fact. It's
Yeah,
like,
I'm just making excuses.
yeah, making excuses for your really good paint jobs.
I still have plenty of time now.
Yeah.
Oh, and I scribed this line
Mm.
around the knee vent,
Ah, yes. Scribe
and
work
on the
is always
shoulder,
good.
in the
Which
shoulders,
part?
I did this line.
Oh, the actual. Oh, okay. So that's not nice. I like that. What did you actually describe it? Was it a scribe?
Um, just one of these.
Oh, like a glass cutter? Or is it actually a scribe
This is
tool?
the Tamiya Panaline scriber.
Oh, I need one of those. Send me one. It's like bump up your Patreon subscription so I can afford one. Which, by the way, guys, Andy is one of my patrons. If you guys don't know that, he's the one
Yeah.
who makes me build all the things I've really been putting off because they annoy me. It's like, oh hey, why don't you do the Rosen Zulu? Ah! Could you hear that?
Yeah.
Could you hear that banging?
I could not hear a banging.
Okay, so good. My mic's not picking up all the horrible background noise. I don't know where that came from, but somebody was banging on something. Um, all right, should we move on to the next kit, or do you want to point out anything else about this one?
That's all about all I have to say for this one. Oh yeah, this won the large scale category in my Hobby Town's first Gundam contest.
Oh, very nice. All right, guys, so we're moving on to Andy's second kit, and this is the
Master grade RX-78-2 Verka.
it's the Verka. Where in the where in the timeline of master grades does that one come in? Is it somewhere in the 1.5 range?
I I don't know off the top of my head.
Yeah,
All I
it's
know is it's the first Verka,
okay, because
and it
that's
looks
like,
to be a little dusty. But anyway,
and you did this one after your sniper.
yes.
All right, so that was last year at some point.
Hmm.
Okay, so I've actually never gotten to look at this kit. I built the 3.0 Grandpa, but never the Verka. I kind of like the detail work.
I personally, it's my favorite.
Does it utilize a 2.0 frame, or did Kotoki actually do his own thing?
It's the same frame as the uh, GM Custom,
Okay, so it's going to be a
or
2.0 frame.
and the Type C.
Okay, so that
So
that
it's
should
like
that should
I
be the
don't.
2.0.
No, it is not.
Oh, it's not. Okay, I thought it was.
I think
Oh,
it might be.
the gym custom. I'm thinking the sniper custom.
No.
Sorry, you're right. You're right. Okay, so it is an older thing. So tell me about it since I haven't seen it. Were there any cool gimmicks with this thing?
Uh, it has a core block
Okay,
and a core fighter, and I think I just put the core block in there.
it's usually the way to go. the,
Yeah,
the
and
the
I left that part unpainted.
yeah. I'm just looking at it because, like I said, I've only built a 3.0. This one has like a much more sloped chest.
Yeah,
Does it still have that weird crotch, like the actual crotch part, what that like opens like a door, sort of?
it doesn't actually.
Okay, because I've always wondered what that was about. I didn't know if that was like how he actually got in and out when the core fighter was in there, but it's always bothered me. Though the bazooka looks around about the same as any other Gundam bazooka.
Yeah, that came all in gray.
Really, you had to paint the white?
Yep,
Wow. Okay, and I assume this is a fully painted kit as you've done so far.
you guessed correctly.
Okay, I'm good at guessing things. I do like the colors, pretty much basic Gundam colors. Now, does this one come a little bit more muted, or did you do it that way, like mute the blue and the reds down a little bit?
I did mute the blue and the red
Okay,
down a little bit.
okay. So you're just gonna repeat everything I say.
I'm not gonna repeat everything you
Oh, gee, it's gonna be one of those days.
Yeah, it is one of those days.
Oh my god,
I,
I
I will stop now.
heard. You will stop now. It's like a Jedi mind trick. No, that's a really cool kit, and you painted the whole thing, did a little bit of weathering. Did you get the Tamiya weathering kit, or a little bit different techniques?
I used the weathering kit a little bit on the feet, but you can't really see it because it,
I can see it.
it
Well, I can see it. I don't know if it's going to come across for everybody, but I can tell what you got going on there.
yeah.
I can see the crud.
I used a lot of Starship fill on this.
A lot of what?
Starship fill?
Oh, okay. Is that like gunk wash? There goes the camera.
Yeah, that was.
I know what happened there. Huh. I've never heard of that.
Focus you.
It's trying to. It's raise it up. There you go. Oh, so it is basically like gunk wash, but in a different thing. It's called
Yep.
Starship Filth
Mm-hmm.
from a brand I can't read, but it's okay.
502 Abteilung.
Abteilung. Where'd you get that at?
Um, some scale modeling web store.
Okay.
It,
Somewhere on the internet.
it's not
Amazon. I'm just kidding.
it's kind of hard to find.
Yeah, but is that what you did for everything or just feet? Or you said you did the weathering kit for the feet?
Across the whole thing.
Okay.
I
And
didn't.
it and you just dry brush it on, or do you put it on and then wipe off the excess?
Well, if you're familiar with the Model Maker's Boom Hut or Model Making Guru,
Mm-hmm.
he just says slap it on. So I paint the whole thing with it, and then immediately rub off the excess with t-shirt.
Okay, so basically treating it like an oil wash.
Yep,
Yeah.
very thick oil wash.
Yeah, because it is. I assume it's like not quite a paste, but it's like a really thick oil. Well, I guess basically it's like an oil-based paint where it's like super thick, and you just like
Yeah,
slap it on
it,
it. Okay.
it doesn't run at all. I don't know
Okay.
if I'm a little overexposed, but
You're
um,
good.
you can kind of see the.
I mean, I can see the gunk going on. I can see the crud on it. I mean, yeah, that's coming across a little bit better now that you covered up the light a little. Yeah, you can see it on the legs when you get into the shadows. Of course, we'll see it on the close-up pics.
Yeah.
So we'll get a better look at it. Yeah, because it looks with the light, it looks a little cleaner than I know it is. But it's pretty cool. I mean, I like the kit. It's a grandpa. It's an interesting take on the grandpa, and of course, with your skills at painting and such,
Only
I like
thing
it.
is, I did not finish the gun.
Yeah, that is one of the things that is definitely missing from it. Out of this kit, what is your favorite thing about it?
I think the backpack,
Is that just
or
because of the design
actually
or what you did to it?
the chest and the backpack.
Uh-huh.
I just like the look of this here.
Yeah.
Um,
I feel
I
like you've done the have you done the local type?
yes, I
It changed the vents a little bit, and that's very local type ish in the chest.
I can see it.
Yeah. No, it's a neat one. I definitely
So
dig
funny
that.
story.
Oh, funny stories. All right, let's go.
Uh, I'll use my tweezers to point. Um, I was drilling out uh, in the back here
Uh huh.
because the torso is like a front and back thing,
Yeah.
and in order to make it so I could paint the red piece here, and then I'd have to keep those separate. So I wanted to make it easier to take apart.
Okay.
So I was drilling out the peg holes in the back of the chest here, and it started coming out the front here. So these two diagonal lines there aren't native to the kit. I just put some plot plate on there.
You had to cover up your holes.
Yep.
That's funny. Oops.
Same with
Oh.
the feet. I drilled out the holes too much.
Mm-hmm.
So if you watch any of my early work in progress videos on this thing, I'll pick it up and the red parts of the feet just stay there.
Wow.
Oh, I painted the bottom.
Oh
of the
yeah, I
feet.
noticed the bottom of the feet. Yeah, and some of the pictures you sent earlier. Is there a little purple in there? Is that just the way it's reflecting? It almost looks like there's some purple in the thrusters, but that just might be the lighting.
No, that's just gunmetal.
Yeah, it's got a little weirdness. I like it. I might have to pick that kit up. I've seen it like once or twice, but I put it back because I'm a weirdo like that.
It's one of the cheaper Vercos.
Yeah, some of the older ones for sure, definitely cheaper. I mean, like the ball. The ball is pretty much the cheapest MG you can get.
Indeed.
I do like the old school beam saber style with the little tips on there, with the extensions for no reason. It is a nice one. I dig this thing. All right, so you're calling the chest or the backpack your favorite part of it?
Let's see.
Yeah, let's look at the backpack. Just rotate it back because I dig the backpack.
I just like how the metal pokes through the gray piece.
Mm-hmm. Actually, yeah, I dig
the
that.
decals. I just like the four thrusters. If I take the bazooka off here, you can see I did some close that.
I always like the bazooka holder.
Kind of did some weathering with the weathering master to be like a little bit of soot from the
so the thruster's putting out a little garbage on the butt skirt, as it were.
And eagle-eyed viewers will note that I never put the piping in.
I knew something looked wrong about the back of the knees. That's funny. Oops. That's
Here you can kind of see a little bit of the
yeah, give us a little
oil
close
paint
up.
still in those.
Oh yeah, and those are all water slides. Judging by being a Verka, it should be water slides. Because if you pull in closer, we can probably see it nicely. Get it closer to the camera. Focus.
It's not.
I'm trying to will it to focus. How dare you? Either way, it's a cool kit, Andy.
I like it a lot.
You like it? You like it a lot.
I like it a lot.
Alright.
Here.
Alright guys, so that concludes at least part 1 of the Andy TUBBS Backstept Builder Showcase. I wanted to make this a little bit shorter than we've encountered before, so come back for part 2. We're going to look at his more recent builds, including the one that got a really high place in the Zacharilius Unicorn build. So make sure you stick around for that. And of course I want to thank my patrons as always, like Andy over here, for their patronage. And of course you want to become a patroneer like everybody else right here on the screen. Of course you want to check out any of the Shoky merch. It'll be here as usual. The Lupus for Lupus contest, which Andy is actually participating in, will be up here in one of these corners. Let me figure out which way I'm facing. This way. So go check all that stuff out. And remember, as always, to keep on building and to come back for part 2.